Y'all know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there. You got it.
DreAllDay.com.
This morning we're talking about not having a plan B. All of you have heard this phrase before. You know, somebody who wants to become super successful, you know, I don't have a plan B. My plan A has to work. I'm fully committed to what I'm doing. Is this or nothing, you know, is get rich or die trying. I'm all in so I can go all out. All of you have heard this stuff. I've talked about some of these principles before, probably multiple times in different ways, depending on how you've consumed my information in writing, in my books, in my blogs, YouTube, or even in these Periscope streams or my tweets, anything like that. And this morning, I want to talk about how you can completely eliminate plan Bs. We're talking about making a firm decision to do anything you want in life that you're not turning back from that decision, that you're going to do whatever you got to do to see it through to the end. And Tony Robbins is a guy, all y'all know who Tony Robbins is. If you don't, look him up. He talks about making decisions. And the fact is that a decision is not something that happens over a period of time. A decision, or a change rather, is not something that happens over a period of time. What's up? Good morning. It's something that happens in an instant. The instant of decision is when change happens. When somebody decides, that's it, never again, no more, this is not happening again, and they take care of whatever it is, whatever decision they make is done. It doesn't matter what happens, doesn't matter who gets in their way, who helps, who doesn't help, what goes right, what goes wrong. When you make a decision, is over. So I'm gonna give y'all 3 tips right here that are gonna make your decisions, your plan A's, whatever your plan A's are in life, make them firm and commit you to the point where you're not gonna turn back from it, and you're gonna see it through no matter what happens, no matter what it costs you. You're gonna see it through to get to the end. So are we ready for that? Can I please get some hearts from the audience? Can I please get 500 hearts each from everybody watching? Let me know that y'all ready for me to get into that. What's up, Brian 2990, good morning to you. This is Dre All Day you talking to. No, yeah, I know the Super Bowl was yesterday. I got some thoughts on the Super Bowl, winning and losing, Cam Newton, all that stuff. I'm gonna do a scope this afternoon. I'm gonna talk about that. What's going on? All right, so we ready to get into it right now. Here's first thing you need to do if you want to completely commit to your plan A and eliminate any plan B options in your life is this. You must eliminate your safety nets to your decisions. Number one thing, you must eliminate all safety nets to your decisions. And what I mean by a safety net means you can't give yourself an option of going back if this doesn't work out. You can't put yourself in a position where, all right, well, if this doesn't work out, I can come back. So it's kind of like, for example, let's say you work at a job, you work for a company, and you decide you're going to quit your job and start your own business. So you decide you're going to walk away from your job and start your own business. You go to your boss and say, listen, boss, I appreciate what you've done for me. I appreciate you giving me this job, but I'm going to walk away from this job and start my own business. And your boss says, well, you know what, Mike, I completely, I support you. I think you got the power to do it. I think you can make it happen. And I want you to know that 6 months, 12 months from now, if it's not working out, you're welcome to come back and have your job back. I'll put you at the exact same spot that you was at right now because I doubt I can replace you. Your way of eliminating the safety net is to say, boss, I appreciate that offer, but I'm going to have to turn that down. I do not want this job back. I'm not coming back to this job no matter what. Even if it's not going the way that I wanted to, I'm not coming back to this job. I'm going to see it through till I get there. There was this guy years ago, older guy. I think he's dead now. I had read his book years ago. I forget what his company was. But anyway, he started this kind of company. He started like a legal company. He started a law company. He was working for a law firm, and he started a law company. And he told his boss, like, yo, I want to start this law company. And the boss said, well, look, if it doesn't work out, you can have your job back. And he said, no, I had to turn it down. I had to tell him I don't want my job back under any circumstances. I want you to put it in writing that I can't take this job back because I'm going to see this company through until it gets to where I want it to go. And that's the type of way that you have to eliminate your safety net. So whatever safety net you got, like, okay, if this doesn't work, I can go back. I can always, recover. No, you got to eliminate that so that you don't have an option of going back. When you don't have a choice but to make your plan A work, guess what? Your plan A will work. When you give yourself an option of a plan B, you usually end up using it. So number one is eliminate your safety nets. Here's a number 2 thing we're talking about for those who are just checking in. We're talking about how to make your decisions final, how to make your decisions stick, and how to not have to have a plan B in life in anything you decide to do. Number 2 thing you need to do to commit to a plan A and make sure it works is this. Commit to something or someone outside of yourself so that you can't quit on yourself. Funny thing that you'll see in life, if you think about it yourself, most people, when they quit, if you think about anybody who's ever quit anything, or you personally, if you ever quit anything, people will much more quickly quit on themselves before they will quit on other people. Even if it's people that they don't like. People will quit on themselves much quicker than they will quit on somebody else, which is why step 2 is number 2, which is commit to something outside of yourself. Some type of third-party system you must commit to so that people can hold you accountable. Even if they're not going to say anything, just the fact that you announce it to anybody that you're going to do something, it commits you in a way that if you don't do it, people are going to be like, yo, what happened to that, that thing that you said you was going to do? Even if they're not the type of people who would say something to you, maybe you don't have a relationship with them that they would say something to you, but the fact that you know that they know what you said and that you committed to them, you announced it publicly, you know that you can't quit because you know that they're going to know that you quit. So what that does is make you, the person who made the commitment, stick to your commitment because you know you can't quit on other people watching. You can quit on yourself. How many times have we all started something ourselves, didn't tell nobody else about it, we was just doing it ourselves, we didn't tell nobody we was doing it or what our goals were, and then when it wasn't going the way we wanted it to or something else got in the way, we just quit and stopped doing it, didn't tell anybody, and nobody even knows that we did it in the first place. That's what happens because we can quit on ourselves. Human beings are easy to quit on themselves. We will not quit when other people are watching, even if it's people we hate. Even if your worst enemy knows something that you committed to, there's no way you're going to quit it. You know why? Because the last thing you want is to give your enemy the satisfaction of knowing that you quit. Is that true or is that not true? So what you're going to do, step number 2 to eliminating your plan Bs in life is this. You must commit your commitment publicly to a third party, basically outside of yourself. When I was playing ball in 2008, I was playing ball overseas. Well, at the time I wasn't even overseas. I was in the United States. I didn't have a deal, and this is in the MySpace days. I was trying to get a deal, so I changed my MySpace name. For those of y'all remember MySpace, you can actually change your display name on MySpace to whatever you want. So I changed my display name to, I'm not changing his name until I sign a contract. The whole thing was my name. I'm not changing his name until I sign a contract. So everybody saw it, and that name stayed that name for like 4 months straight because I was just working to get a deal for 4 months straight. And then when I finally got a deal, I changed it. Like I signed it, and everybody was congratulating me like, yeah, that's what's up. But if I had changed that name without signing the deal, somebody would have been like, yo, didn't your name just say you're not changing it till you sign the deal? Who'd you sign with? I couldn't come to them and be like, oh, well, I didn't sign. I quit. Because then I look like an asshole, right, in front of all these people. I just committed to something, and then I just quit on it like that. People will lose respect for me. So I had to make sure that I did the thing that I said I was going to do. So what you need to do is commit to somebody. It could be your wife, it could be your kids, it could be your Twitter followers, it could be your Periscope stream followers. Whatever it is, you must commit to something outside of yourself because you will not quit when other people are watching, even though you will quit on yourself. And here's the number 3 thing for those who just checking in. 3 things we're talking about that will help you commit and eliminate your plan Bs in life. Make real decisions, because what y'all have to understand is that real decisions in life do not have plan Bs. If you have a plan B, you didn't make a real decision. A real decision does not have a plan B, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of like if somebody was 100 pounds overweight and they say, you know what, forget this, I'm never letting this happen again, I'm losing this 100 pounds. There's no plan B to losing 100 pounds, is there? You can't say, well, I'm going to lose 100 pounds or, plan B, I'll just lose 50 pounds. No, you commit, there is no plan B. So here's the third thing that's going to help you commit to your plan B, and it's a very simple one. You're going to take an immediate, bold action in the direction of your commitment as soon as possible. So once you decide you don't want to work there no more and that you're going to start your own business, you must take an immediate, bold action in the direction of that commitment. Does that necessarily mean you walk into your boss's office and curse them out and quit? Not necessarily. It could mean, that you go register a domain name. It could mean that you call somebody and schedule a phone call that you could talk about how you're going to get this business started. It could mean that you go buy a plane ticket so you could go to wherever you got to go to look up products and services, or go to a business conference where you can learn more about how you start that business. So you must take an immediate, bold action that, first of all, it has to be time specific, which means it's close to when you make the decision. Immediate, that's why it's called immediate. And it must be a bold action. It must be something that commits you towards that action. For example, you buy a plane ticket to go to China because you need to look at products so you can build your next machine to start your business. If you got a plane ticket to China, you can't just cancel the plane ticket. So the plane ticket commits you. If you buy a ticket to a business conference, it costs $500. Unless you just got $500 to just throw away and waste, you're not going to quit on that. You're not going to plan B that $500 ticket. You're going to at least go to the conference. You committed yourself to actually doing it. So you must take some bold action. It must be an action you take. You decide you're going to lose weight. For example, the day that I decided to go vegetarian, it was about 3 years ago to the day. almost about a month from now, but about 3 years ago to the day, once I really decided, like, I'm going vegetarian, I got to get rid of all these processed foods, you know what I did? I took all this food that I had just bought from the supermarket. It was like $50 worth of stuff that I had bought from the supermarket. I put it in plastic bags, and I took it back to the supermarket that day. I took it back to the supermarket and returned it. It was a bunch of stuff. It was like cereal, boxed cereal, Gatorades, a lot of processed food, some bread. I bagged all that stuff up and took it right back to the supermarket and got a gift card for like $55 worth of groceries that I could buy now. Because I committed. When you make a commitment to doing something, you must take an immediate action that commits you to it. Because if you just think about it, if you just write it down, if you just talk about it, anybody can quit on thinking, writing, and talking. Now, it's harder to quit on actions because why? Human beings, what do we believe? Actions or words? We believe actions. And it's the same thing not only for other people. You ever had somebody tell you something like, I'm going to do this, that, and the third, and you sitting there listening to them, and you might say it or you might not, but you think it to yourself like, all right, I'll believe what you're saying when you actually do it, right? It's the same thing that we had that same conversation with ourselves internally. We believe that we're actually going to do something when we start taking action towards it. Not when we say we're going to do it, not when we think about it, not when we write it down, when we actually do something that moves us towards that action. So what you need to do, step number 3, is you must take an immediate, bold action that commits you to the thing that you said you were going to do. So let me recap these 3 things. If anybody got any questions, y'all go ahead and post y'all questions. I'm going to take them right now. This morning we are talking about how to eliminate plan Bs, how to make real decisions in life, because real decisions do not include a plan B. So step number 1 is that you must eliminate all safety nets. That means any way you have of turning around and going back, you must eliminate that safety net. Step number two to eliminating any plan Bs is that you must commit to someone or something outside of yourself, because you will quit on yourself. You will not quit on other people. And step number 3, you must take an immediate, bold action that commits you to the thing that you said or thought or wrote down that you were going to do. Immediate, bold action. Anybody got any questions, y'all go ahead and post those. For those who don't know me, I introduce myself here. My name is Dre Baldwin. Many know me as Dre all day. Background pro athlete. Played basketball overseas for 9 years. I am a internet content marketing monster. I have produced over 4,000 videos on YouTube, 4,000 blog posts. I'm probably 300 or 400 scopes here on Periscope. I'm on all the social media. I've written 7 books. I got 7 books out right now. You can go to dreallday.com/Amazon or /iBooks. My latest book, Dre Philosophy Volume 0, is over 800 pages long. We should have the physical copies available probably within the next 24 hours. We just submitted again to get those approved to be able to print. The physical copies of Dre Philosophy Volume 0 should be available within the next 24 hours. We are working on that as we speak. But you can get it digitally right now. dreallday.com/Amazon or /iBooks. Actually, there's a link in my bio right now, /Amazon. That's my Amazon author page. I've got 7 books. Buy a game. My first book is actually free. So if you go to dreallday.com, my website, I'll pop up or come up on the screen. You can get my first book, buy a game. I'll give it to you for free. We'll send it to you via email. It might take 10, 20 minutes for the email to come through after you confirm it. Some people be signing up, then like 2 seconds later email me like, yo, Dre, I didn't get the book. Like, dude, give it a second. You'll get the book. As soon as you put your email address in, you're going to get that book. We're going to send it to you for free, a PDF version. I got 3 new programs I just put out on my website. I'm on all your favorite social media. I just did my second TED Talk this past Friday on the topic of confidence. The video will be out. When it's out, trust me, you'll know. It'll be the link in my bio. I'll do a whole scope talking about it. I tell you every time I come on here when it's out. So it's not out yet. Social media, my Snapchat is @Dre Baldwin. Instagram is Dre Baldwin. Twitter and Periscope is Dre all day. So this is pretty much different ways of figuring out a plan A instead of going to a plan B. No, Coach Kev, I don't think you really heard my message. Or maybe you heard my message, but you kind of paraphrased me incorrectly. Here's the thing. Don't try to paraphrase what I say. And this is for everybody. It's not just to him. Do not try to paraphrase me, because if it was as simple as anything any of you could write in the comments, then it wouldn't be a need for me to make the video. So you just got to catch the whole video, just catch the whole idea. It's not as simple as something you could put in a paragraph. You don't have no school today? Why is there no school today? Is it snowing or what? What happened? It's 49 degrees here. It ain't snowing, but it's cold. It's too cold. What else was it was something else that I was going to tell you. I can't even remember what it was. Oh, it's snowing? Man, well, happy day off. Don't waste this day. Take this day to actually do something that's going to help you out. Like schedule an hour to read a book. Yeah, schedule an hour to read a book. That's one thing I tell you to do with this day off. If you don't do nothing else, I don't know what else you do, but schedule an hour to read. I started actually making sure, telling people that I know, like, schedule some time to read, because everybody wants to read. If you talk to somebody about reading, they're like, yeah, I want to read. Or you start the day reading Buy a Game, that's what's up. That's what's up. You might finish that though within an hour. Buy a Game is a quick read. It's one of those quick read books. Some of my other books are going to take you a little bit longer to read because there's different ways that I kind of verbalize the things that I'm saying. But I'm sitting kind of outdoors here. It's too damn cold out here, so I can't sit out here too much longer. But I know the Super Bowl was yesterday. Denver beat Carolina. A lot of people talking about Cam Newton. I am going to do a scope later on today where I'm talking about winning, losing, Cam Newton, all that stuff, because I do have some opinions on that and some things that, not only just opinions about the game, because that wouldn't really be useful, me just talking about the game, but some things that could actually help everybody, that everybody could use kind of as a teachable moment, as we say. I'm going to talk about that later on this afternoon in the scope, probably around somewhere between 2 o'clock and 3:30. Somewhere around that time, I'm going to do another scope where I'm talking about that. What's up, Lulu Bag? Good morning to you. Y'all caught the tail end of this scope. But if you are watching on replay or you watching it to this point, please give me 500 hearts. Watch the replay if you didn't catch it from the beginning. 500 hearts. Tap the screen 500 times. Very easy. All y'all can do that. I appreciate everybody. Work on your game. I'll see y'all this afternoon. I'm doing another scope. DreAllDay.com. Make sure you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. Is either Dre Baldwin or Dre All Day on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. I work on your game. Dre All Day.